they made sure that they moved us when we moved to the stage or when we moved up to work with the vocal coach. They made sure that we never crossed paths.
Every move was calculated
with any of the other artists.
Yeah.
So so until the shows aired and I got to watch each one, I had no idea.
No. Yeah.
None. So yeah.
And as you watched each one, like, were you able to guess anyone correctly?
Nope.
No. Everybody's voices were disguised.
When they speak, but even when they sing, I could not catch who these people were. Like,
no.
Yeah.
I am so bad at it myself. Like when someone says like this season for Candy Burris and someone's like, that's Candy Burris. I'm like, that is absolutely Candy Burris. But I would never have known that if the whole internet wasn't saying like, and a lot of people on the internet there was a whole, if you go and Google it, a lot of people were like, that's En Vogue. And I'm like, yeah, I think it is now. Yeah. But I was convinced it was Brandy and Monica too. And I've never been able to guess someone without the help of the whole world either. So don't feel bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you made reference to the 2018 Electric Cafe, which was your first studio album in 14 years. I mean, here we are, we're going out on the mixed, tape with new kids. You just came off The Masked Singer. Like, any plans, anything you want to share about new music? Any plans? I mean, I know you guys are busy. Tell us everything.
Yeah, we have, we have one song recorded already. We want to put out new music. So we do have one song in the can, which we really love. And now we got to put recording on hold to do this tour, but afterwards we'll get back in the studio and start recording some more music. I mean, it is time to release new music. Our fans have been asking for it since Electric Cafe. Yeah. And then, so we're really, we're very excited about that. And did we mention our Funky Divas podcast, which we have a Funky Divas podcast. And we were doing it during the pandemic, and then we did several episodes, and then we stopped. So we're going to revive that and do some Funky Divas podcasts while we're on the road, bringing you on our tour bus and backstage, and just letting people see what life on the road is like for us, what that whole thing is, what it takes to sustain us, work out, what our dressing room must-haves are. See our bunks where we sleep on the bus and interviewing other people. And interviewing other people.
Well, everyone needs to listen to the Funky Divas podcast, but until you reveal it there, tell us today, what are your dressing room must-haves? Do you have a list of riders that are a mile long, or is it simple?
Ours is pretty simple.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah. We think. Yeah. But must-haves like water, alkaline water, veggie platters, fruit platters, certain teas,
we like cheese.
And cheese. We have
eat it till after the show.
Yeah. Cheese, a little bit of cheese platter.
Yeah.
Himalayan pink salt.
Yeah.
What else am I missing?
It's not that much. It's like,
ours is really
like water and tea, I don't even count. I mean, because like your singers, like those are necessities. So that's not bad. I don't know if I followed the pink Himalayan salt as much.
Yeah, plant-based creamer, like Nut Pod's plant-based creamer for tea if we want it, or coffee. Like I'm a coffee head, so I need some, dark roast Starbucks. Like I'll
right
do
here.
Yeah, see. So I have to have that every day. But we do plant-based creamer because dairy kind of does something weird with the vocal cords. So, yeah.
We're really basic.
Yeah, that's not bad. Listen, you hear some things, you read some things about certain artists, and you're like, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, when we hear stuff about other artists, writers, we're like,
what? We could ask for that.
You can get that?
I want a horse too.
I want to ride before the show.
Right, like separate toilets, and I've read some strange things myself. I'm just like, I don't even know physically how this would be made, but I'm sure someone does get this when they ask for it. Has the Masked Singer, has this experience changed you guys? Am I being too deep? Like, is there anything big that has happened from this experience?
Yeah, for me personally, and I think the ladies can relate, it grew me. as a performer.
Yes. Yeah.
We got pushed vocally. We got pushed. We had to push through nerves. There was a lot to manage in our heads about the whole thing. And you know, Terry and I kind of joked about it one time where we were like, man, if we wanted to back out, you can't back out right now. Like you just you had to do it. And so I felt like we pulled from the best that we had in ourselves to deliver what we did on that stage. And we all walked away feeling like we needed that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And I would think, like, you know, as performers, like you're probably taught, like from the early point in your career, like just whatever happens, the show must go on. I imagine that performing in these costumes and under these circumstances, it can't hurt, like on the road when you do go on this tour and future tours, when things happen during a live performance, this has got to help prepare you for whatever disaster or challenge could come your way.
Oh yeah, but it also prepares you, you know, to rise to whatever the occasion is, that you have the wherewithal in you. You really can. There's no telling yourself, I can't do this, you know, that you can rise to the occasion no matter what it is.
I love that.
I stumble.
You got there.
You got there. Well, before we wrap up, listen, there's no question to me that En Vogue is the best group that is to come out of the 90s, but let's just say that En Vogue is not in the picture. You can't choose yourselves. Who would you choose? Destiny's Child, TLC, or the Spice Girls for your favorite girl group to originate in the 90s?
Oh, that's hard because they all give you something different.
Yes, they all have something the others don't have.
Right.
And each of that something is really good.
Yeah.
Each of them had really, really great hits.
Huge hits.
Huge.
So there can't be just one.
Right? Yeah, they all give
just
you a whole different.
That's a lot of girl power there.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, we have Posh Spice, we have Victoria Beckham, we have Beyonce. I mean, what do you choose there?
Exactly.
It's hard. Yeah,
it's hard.
They're all strong. Very strong.
Well, listen, before we go, I mean, yes, thank you for sharing the Funky Divas podcast too, but is there anything else you want to share, like plug away? Like, I mean, thank you for answering all my questions. Loved watching you guys on The Masked Singer. I'm so glad, you know, this was such a great journey to watch of your guys, and what a great show. And like, I can't wait to see, you know, the tour this summer, but anything else that I didn't bring up that you want to cover?
I don't think so. Oh, you know what? Okay, so just thank you to all the fans that just continue to support us. Thank you for watching The Masked Singer. It was such an experience. So thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you guys for doing this. I loved watching it. I can't wait to see you on tour this summer. And thank you for chatting and taking a trip down memory lane. And thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
I'll see you all later. You too.